I'm going to conclude my presentation with an actual demonstration of Femap version 12. First, let's start with the feature line display. I'm going to zoom into this area around the root of the wing. Going to also hide some of the upper surfaces in its mesh. When I go to view options, I go to my tools and view style, and I have a new option called feature line. Right now you can see that they're turned on. If I turn them off, you can see how that edge of the wing disappears. I'll turn that back on because I think that aids in a lot of visualization. Now what I want to do is go through some of the live screen entities. First is the view axis. You notice I can click on the top view. It'll just snap to the nearest isometric view. If I rotate around and click on one of the corners, it snaps to the nearest 45-degree view. Let's go minimize my entity editor. I'm going to turn on my criteria plot. And you can see here's my criteria. So with some of the other live screen entities, I just click on the post titles and I could drag those around on the screen. If you look on the right of any of these live screen entities, there's a down arrow that automatically puts you into the view options. It'll put you, in this case, I clicked on a post title, so it automatically put me at the post title. For contours, I could just click the up and down arrow and it'll increase or decrease the number of contour levels. I could toggle easily between continuous colors or filled colors. I also mentioned earlier on criteria, we now have the dynamic criteria plots. I'm going to click on the dynamic control for that. And I'm going to say I would like to look at all of these entities between, say, 5 megapascals and let's say 7.5 megapascals. Now you notice that I could actually increase this on the fly, or let's make this 10, and let's lower this to 2.5. You could also turn on labels on the fly, or turn on absolute value. Finally, I'm going to conclude with the mesh point editor. So I'm going to go to my mesh control, mesh points on surface. I'm going to add some new mesh points. I already have these in a group. You can see these are assigned to the geometry. You notice that some of these are assigned not just to the surface, but to the curve. I can turn on highlighting, and if I click on a point, and it's displayed. So that's just a quick overview of some of the things that are in Femap version 12.